Hello and welcome back. This is your co-founders, Aaron Anderson, and
Hello.
we are from Want to Great. And today we're going to be sharing with you some lessons that we learned, the do's and don'ts, and fears, failures, and successes of using no-code automations tools, such as Zapier. Marcelo, what are your thoughts on Zapier?
Zapier is a popular no-code integration, self-service platform. Um, we, at our past job, we had a lot of customers that we would direct to Zapier to integrate, our platform with whatever they wanted to do. Um, you know, the success rate was pretty inconsistent, I would say, depending on how technical the customer was. If they're too technical, they get frustrated with Zapier and just want to use APIs because Zapier is limiting. If they're not technical enough, they'll have trouble using Zapier. So it's kind of like it's in this technical, limbo. Um, and also, my take on these no-code integration platforms, setting up the integration is not the hard part. The hard part is the system thinking that you have to do, um, so that you know what to set up. And you can't really codify that in a UI. You can't really, Zapier is not good at that. I don't know what platform is. It'll let you build triggers and actions and set up an integration, but it won't help you figure out, oh, you need a trigger here, you need another zap for bidirectional integration, you need to have an error handling that will do, this edge case. So what ends up happening if the customer is successful is they have a very narrow integration that doesn't think of edge cases. It's not very robust, meaning if it doesn't follow the perfect path, it could break or not keep data in sync. And so, that's one of the reasons I think we add value. A lot of the questions is, oh, why can't the customer just go and do it themselves? Well, from my experience, it's difficult for customers to do it. One, because they lack the system thinking behind how the integration should set up, and then also it's these integrations are not a create once and forget them. You really have to monitor them. You really have to keep up with them and make there's maintenance that will have to happen for these edge cases that we didn't think of maybe, and so there's always a lot of upkeep. So that's my experience.
Wonderful. Can I give a counter experience that I found? I've actually found a lot of success using Zapier. One of the first things I do when people want an integration is I just type in Google Zapier and the name of the tool that they want to integrate with. I go down and Zapier is essentially, let's describe what Zapier is. Zapier is, I would call it a no code. So you don't need to know any technical coding language. And essentially it connects two applications. However, the applications themselves need to register with Zapier. And so although there are thousands of apps on there, you have to make sure that that application, that SaaS product has invested and gone through the experience with Zapier in order to join their network. The good thing is that most applications that you use do, but I'd say maybe about 30% of the integrations that in the past I've been asked to build don't have a Zapier app. So in Zapier, each application is made up of two things. There are triggers and there are actions. A trigger is the starting event and an action is the ending event. And within Zapier, you can actually create multiple sequences, if you will. So multiple steps within a particular zap. So it's kind of fun to say, oh, let's create a zap, right? And so we use it a lot for internal automations. Something like creating a custom Slack message when something happened in one tool. Cut. One example that we used very often was being able to post reviews from G2 or Capterra into an internal Slack channel. Reviews are really important. You want to see them immediately. You want to be able to either address negative feedback or give kudos and applause the team when you have a positive feedback on your company review site. So there was a Zap that was able to connect those third-party tools, G2 and Capterra, in order to post it into Slack and make it look good so that the whole team can quickly see this, right? That reduced human interaction from needing to take that information and put it in there. And it also just allowed us to like comment thread, like just work on it and collaborate internally. So that was a very much an opportunity to collaborate using that application.
I have a question. Is
Yes.
it pronounced Zapier or Zapier?
How do you pronounce it?
Well, I've always said Zapier, and I want to know when you decided to start calling it Zapier, because you were a
I
Zapier fan for
I
a
think
long.
I think I called it Zapier when um I started creating zaps. So you don't create zapes, you create zaps. So Zapier, zaps. So yeah, like one zap is a Zapier. But similar to other tools like Make or other no-code automation tools, it does allow you to create actions and triggers, and you can add multiple ones. You can add layers to it. So you can have one a trigger and then provide multiple actions across multiple different types of tools. So it was kind of useful for me, and I was able to build kind of very quick no code automations. But were they successful? I'm going to be honest, about 2 or 3 times a week, I would get a notification saying that your Zap has failed. Have you ever gotten those emails, Marcelo?
Oh yeah, they flood your inbox once you have them up. Yeah.
Yes, and all of a sudden, this automation that's supposed to be saving your time now becomes a to-do list on your day when you're trying to be more productive. And now you're going back to Zapier and trying to find out what exactly failed. Is it a problem with the Zap? Was there an app that might have been down? Is it some sort of data format structure? What happened? And you're just starting to get into an error handling mode. That is fine 1 or 2 times. So when that happens weekly, you start to kind of lose trust in your ability to use a tool like Zapier. And for someone like me who didn't study any engineering languages or has that technical experience, starting to get discouraged. So that's one big reason why Want to Grade exists and why we're helping customers like yourself in order to take off the work of actually building it. We know what we're doing. We've built this 100 times. We've connected hundreds of tools together, and I have more of the process design piece of it, the actual challenge that you're facing, what value you're going to get, how much time, money you're going to save. And Marcelo has the technical experience to connect them together. So, yeah, anything to add, Marcelo?
Yeah, I mean, I sound negative on these no-code integration platforms, but the reality is we actually use them to make some of our integrations. So we're a big user of Make, which is a more powerful no-code platform than Zapier. Um, it's a little bit more complex, and Zapier is a little bit more less technical, I guess. So I'm not negative on no code. I just think that they don't solve all the problems if you don't have the experience with integrations. So buyer beware.
Buyer beware. If you have questions, doubts, or let's say a Zap fails, come talk to us. We're happy to troubleshoot. We got a lot of knowledge in our heads that we're willing to share with you. So, yeah, comment, leave a post, let us know. Happy to help you with your no code automations. For those of you who are looking for bigger, better sort of automations, we have innovated really in the space for creating these large scale enterprise to enterprise level custom integrations as well. And so our service that we provide at OneAgrade is not only building those, but also maintaining and managing them. So we're going to save you long-term costs. We can make tweaks and fixes to any integrations and pretty much handle any errors that come up while giving you the return on investment that you're hoping for.
Are we a white glove service?
Absolutely, yes.
We take care of all the integration needs, make sure all the edge cases are covered. We monitor the integrations. We respond to anything that needs responding to. Probably you wouldn't even know it's happening. So
We let you
that's
focus on your day job so that we can
yeah,
keep your tools connected and your
that's the
teams
value of
connected.
a one integration.
Absolutely. Thanks everyone for listening. Talk to you soon.